You are watching Liberty Online TV. You are watching.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Welcome to another edition of the Liberty Breakfast Show. Liberty YouTube and also now we inside the Sarah. Today we will bring the program to you this morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And me name is Kaba. Good morning. Well, at this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we can look at the town hall where President Bio gets yesterday. Now they've been to Man International Conference Center. Also, they've been talk to people we've been there, but waiting in government don't do, especially the first year inside this in second term of government. Also, today we can hear from the presidential spokesman, but the thing where the president been talk about, and also we go hear from a social commentator. We go tell you waiting is a take, but the thing where the president discuss, and we also hear from the opposition, the main opposition, when at the All People's Congress, APC party self could make their own inputs about the thing where the president been talked about yesterday at the town hall.
Well, this and plenty other issues they inside the program for you this morning. If now you first send this for Watch Liberty Online Television, we want to say a very big welcome to you now this particular platform. This is not the only digital platform where they able to get credible information, but all waiting they happen na salon. Remember say you where they join me for the first time. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, go to YouTube and press the subscription button. And also on Facebook, if you not follow our page yet, now for press the follow button and also like the page. So that anytime we Liberty Online Television come to different programs that will they bring come, you will get notifications say we don't come on. As we tell you now, yesterday, for the very first time inside in second term na office, where Salon people and began the mandate for be president again after the June 24th, 2023 election. They don't do 1 year na office, so President Bio say he want for talk to Salon people them, give them updates, but waiting, they don't they do in terms of implementing in programs them where it be used for campaign to Salon people them. If not remember inside the second term, where be they ask for another new mandate, the president talked about the 5 big game changer them. Well, he been talked about some of them yesterday. Usai they now in terms of implementation, and Usai they foresee for take the country go forward. But after the president don't talk, today we self in the studio where they can analyze the president's speech. We get different people them. We get a social commentator, of course, the presidential spokesman Alhaji Alpha Khan go join we, and we get somebody from the main opposition APC party, then communications units when I'm in Koma. Instead go join me at the studio for giving the opposition their own perspective, what they make up of His Excellency in speech and the different things them where he talked about yesterday. So today will be a very jam-packed and interesting program. Not go no way. Continue for day with we na Liberty Online Television.
All right, we continue with the breakfast show, and before we can look at that topic there, let me just quickly go to the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Outside the minister, we na Chernobasi, the stakeholders media consultative meeting, where they hold this BNTM with the Salon Association of Journalists, SLAJ, and other body them. Now, for let them go ensure say them plan proper one for let them body be part of the national and media policy for help develop the media na Salon. Well, Chernobyl talk this inside the ministry being all one consultative meeting with support from the United Nations Development Program for the Western Area Rural Consultation on National Media Policy. Osai David Yankesi Sebinde and Egona reports.
The Ministry of Information and Civic Education, when a one of government's body we get the mandate for ensure say they update and educate the public about plenty things them where they happen na government ministries, departments and agencies na the country. But this BNTM, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, with support from the United Nations Development Program UNDP, don't all one meeting with journalism and stakeholders them for discuss the Western Area Regional Consultation on the National Information and Media Policy. Where we talk, the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Honorable Chino Ba, say they as government go ensure say they help for transform the media na the country.
For continuing information say let the sector be transformed. The commitment so that. And they do this with a clear conscience and with no other agenda other than for advanced press freedom, for advanced and free space, information say we transform the media as a whole. That's not His Excellency President Bio vision, that are the mandates we don't give me, we are privileged for lead for this.
Inside your talk, the president for the Salon Association of Journalists, Ahmed Said Nazrela, talk about the achievements them we then do over the past 5 years.
Last 5 years, basically years, since 2000, when the IMC Electoral information. But the bigger hits they made in the last 5 years. And that is quite important. And so what we have done, the National Action Plan. We have a National Action Plan which we have established by the blueprint of the Electoral Council. That plan was informed by nationwide consultations with media stakeholders, looks at the landscape, media landscape, what are the challenges, what are the strengths we have, what can be looking for us, what kind of media system we have to see in the future. Today we are captured at that conference of media viability and media 2 years ago. And so we have a national action. We have 7 words in that national action plan. One of them is to have a policy, national policy. And so the other one is to gender issues, outside the policy now, we as large and also come together and say, okay, this is our media, stakeholders, and we're going to media agreement. And so last year, at the elections, we launched the media policy. It contains 8 priority areas for us: capacity, freedom, welfare, safety, and security, access to information.
Plenty development partners will be the part of this event, been pledged for giving support for ensure say they help media business na Salon. For Liberty Online TV, me na David Yankesi say the report.
Television, in case you just tune in and you want for the part of the conversation this morning, send me your text message on the number +232 74 200 545, or you can as well send your message, your comment or your thoughts on the topic or the can look at this morning through the comment section at any of the platform them where you they watch we inside the program this morning. We they look at plenty issues them inside the program this morning, and as we tell you earlier yesterday, for the first time, His Excellency the President been go talk to people through a town hall meeting for the first time inside in second term na office, where Salon people been gain the mandate for be president again after the June 24th general elections. Well, what in this mean and how President Bio don't plan for all the country. It talk about different things that will be there inside a manifesto, will be used for campaign for the second time, one of the big 5 game changer them. Within the opposition think but this town hall meeting, within social commentator then think, and we will get the person who they talk for the president instead for joining at the studio this morning. But for now, we don't get Minkailu Koma, and they part of the APC publicity team. We mean say they part of the strategic communication team for the main opposition APC party. And one of the talk man them where they talk to they talk for the All People's Congress APC party through the media. Good morning, Minkailu, and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Mabel. Thanks for having me.
All right, as we don't tell with viewers them, yesterday, for the very first time, we even get mandate for let re-elect him back for be president of Sierra Leone. His Excellency, the President, Dr. Julius Madda Bio, through a town hall meeting where the Ministry of Information and Civic Education be facilitate. He been talk to salon people them. He been talk about different things them all around in 5 big game changer them, where they part of in manifesto promises the way it be make during the 2023 elections period. But firstly, a town hall meeting like Dandy, Usai, the motive behind them, according to the Ministry of Information, are that they want let the president get a one-on-one with citizens them. And yesterday, it don't start. Una na the opposition, how una describe exactly what happened yesterday na Bintumani?
Yeah, Khadija, first of all, there is a point of disagreement. You know, in your introduction, you say, in his second time, first year in our office, after we Sierra Leone people, we don't get the mandate for govern the state. I want to start for establish clearly, say, some of we still hold the view, say, no to Sierra Leone people and get the mandate. In not win election, the elections were rigged and then imposed and served by the people them. So me disagree with that statement they completely to start with. Now, forget town hall meeting of such, very good, because that is a way of taking governance to the doorstep of the people. When I interact, especially if not a genuine crowd, where you allow dissent in views, where you allow people that were very critical in society for participate and ask the much needed questions, where you go there in the position for address adequately. But unfortunately, not to the case. The one yesterday we seen have been too many where we follow, take to a point where we get power outage and they restore the electricity, the program being continue, maybe after 15 minutes or so. Now a comedy show, now so me go describe her. And in fact, the crowd now be a stage managed crowd, where them been get people and normal way did it for chair the president, and we not did it for actually ask critical questions, for let the president go able to explain the things that we don't do in the first 1 year, how he hope for achieve the 5 big game changers where they don't propagate. So as an opposition, we welcome in the first place the idea for interact with the people. That is what governance is about, taking governance to the doorstep of the people. Get the opportunity for get first-hand information from them, know what and think, how they view governance, how they go able to assess your performance, and then yourself go there in the position for answer. It is welcoming. But what you see yesterday, I mean, the expectations were not met. The crowd was stage managed. The program, like I said, was a comedy show, and I think it not be interested by me on assessment.
Describing a whole town hall meeting organized for His Excellency the President. Somebody go say you dey try for water and down, for go as describe and say na a comedy show where the president be sit down and they give results of in 1 year. It talk about several things that we can outline one after the other.
Yes.
Why you decide for describe and say na a comedy show? What exactly been funny about the town hall meeting?
Like I said, Khadija, the main motive for the town hall meeting where the government not go tell you, one, then they want to send a message say, I didn't talk about the tripartite committee, the recommendations, and that no election not going to take place again. By my estimation, as a political analyst in the first place, now the main motive dandy. The second motive now for ensure say they get pictorial evidence for this UN General Assembly, where they commence anytime soon. At least let them paint a picture as if Then they create the platform for let them interact with the citizens, them governance they at a pace where everybody they expect. And they also they run out of the MCC money. They want to justify why the money for kind side. So now that make a describe as a comedy show. If it is serious, you really want to forget a town hall meeting, you have to ensure you open out to a lot of people, including the opposition. You get people that with critical voices, where you not go choose whether for ask question, not a process. We don't do anything and they. What me the witness right now, Nasalio? Now more of student politics. We'll be in the university, who's I mean, I'll be student union president. Some press conferences then are so can they do. Stage manager, make sure say members of una fraternity, they're all present, write the questions there and give people that we go ask. And you even choose and selectively know the people that we don't say that they can't ask them questions then they. I don't say the town hall meeting is welcoming in the first instance, Khadija, and that now so is supposed to be. We get for interact in so far governance concern. Taking governance to the doorstep of the people, let them feel part of the process, and let them feel say we belong to the governance system. That now so is supposed to be. But what me see yesterday, my expectations were not met. Not to that I expect for see. So now that make I refer to as a comedy show.
Governance in any country, the opposition self gets role for play because the government of the day cannot do it all because the opposition self gets input where they make. And this was a town hall where, according to the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, they organized and followed the president talk to people and invitations were sent out, even though they be open a platform, say, would I not get invitation can use a platform before asking question. But as an opposition, we get main role for playing governance. Were you guys invited?
Now, when we say opposition, we get for play main role in governance, it is the expectation that the opposition for be invited. That's not the expectation. And the only person we go tell you, say the opposition was invited, I believe saying that the chairman of the party or the secretary general, now go confirm that day to me notice and not see any letter because what used to obtain, most time we don't see social media, they go a long way for communicate. When letters are sent out, I mean, if you want for tell the public, say this is an open process, even the one that we invite you, they publish the list. If you send a letter to the opposition, you go make a known, say the opposition was invited. Now that's not the expectation, but to my knowledge, I don't see any correspondence. We speak to the fact, say the opposition was invited, except if the leadership not communicates to the membership, they say we have been invited and we did participate. Now that's what they expect. Me, if them be invite me, I for don't go, because I get beaucoup questions and where before don't put to the president, especially regarding the 5 big game changers. Then talk about 500,000 jobs. We all see how the economy they go. Now check what's in our forex reserve. The exchange rates, although it's stable somehow, we don't go about 2,300,000 or so. For 1 year now, almost a day. So one go say the exchange rate stable. But take a look at the economy. Now we need for borrow from the domestic market for even pay salaries. Take a look at the wage bill. Even with budgets, we know they get money for fund them. Donors, they know they give money again like how them be they give. Now, all anything and if some of we been daily, we for ask them questions and they directly.
So you think that a missed opportunity for the president for really not able for hearing from silent people asking him genuine questions from the hearts of hearts?
Of course, a missed opportunity because you know the presidents know they see all sides. The president get people the way they appoint at various offices. We depend on them say they go get information way very correct. But more often than not, waiting people they do with the in position of trust. Now for paint a picture to the leader, say everything is fine. But if you get the opportunity for let you get people the way they follow, unfold the circumstances in the country, we know things you know to them fingertip, then we will ask you and you yourself go there in the position for correct some of the things the way they go on at the country where you not even there to your knowledge. The president cannot be everywhere at the same time. Now make you get people the way they appoint. What in the happen with the environment? We already see degradation of the environment. We see in Freetown what's in the happen. Even Akisoya, when the mayor of Freetown don't come out in the open and don't state clearly what's in a mandate. They say when it comes to drainage and road construction, they say now SLAJ responsible. We already see the drainage the way people they going to garbage the way water and flooding they take place. They don't clearly make and say now SLAJ responsible for drainage. When it comes for building permits, they say now the Ministry of Lands responsible. They say what's responsible for now sanitation. where then they collect tax for. You go to market every day, people then they pay tax for let them clean the market areas, clean the city. Would they pay house rates? Would they pay for businesses? Then all of that. But you see, governance, we know they do justice around to a very large extent. Most of the things the way they happen, where they lead to loss of lives. If we genuine to governance and we they do waiting rights, we they deliver on a mandate to not they pay lip service, but good things and the way for don't they address, we're not going to lead with to how it happens so.
President, we will talk about several things them yesterday during the town hall meeting. One of them will be outstanding and a clarification where it be make about, say, here is some people they call for electoral justice. And according to them, he believes, say, anybody who wants electoral justice for going to the courts, and he believes, say, the courts open, nobody not ever close the courts. So anybody who wants electoral justice, not to through tripartite committee, if forget them. Tripartite committee, say, initiate them after the election. So many concerned them be there. He go parliament, he initiate and say, let them get electoral committee for looking at all issues. Because he believes, say, he wants for left a cleansed and sanitized electoral system for Sierra Leone. Una they ask for electoral justice. Una 2023 flag bearer of una party. But His Excellency the President say no elections not going to happen again till 2028. Una want electoral justice for go na the courts.
I want to make it clear, say the main motive for this town hall meeting and for let His Excellency communicate to the citizens. I mean, say the most anticipated rerun not get for happen. And that, in fact, the tripartite committee in work done, the recommendations and they out, and secondly, now for let them get pictorial evidence for the UN General Assembly. Now, the main motive than they, by my estimation. However, Khadija, you know, electoral justice not only necessarily means say, now courts you for go get her. It not only means say, now for ensure say they authorize a rerun of the elections will be done pass. You they get electoral justice in many ways. For let you correct the odds will be happen. We witness a circumstance in this country. If you take a look at the tripartite committee report, we get 80 recommendations where both parties agree on. Say we all agree collectively say now so if for be. Aside the 80 recommendations, and then we also get divergent recommendations. We equally important to the work of the tripartite committee. We President Bio know they talk about. We the one that mostly when they talk about the tripartite committee recommendation, not the mention. Now, when you take a look at this report, what the tripartite committee produce, APC clearly states and they say, the APC holds that statistical inconsistency call into question the results declared by the ECSL and demands a rerun facilitated by ECOWAS Commission and the resignation of Elections Management Committee bodies personnel. So we even go ahead for also states say during the election process, many ballot boxes arrive at the tally center open and unsealed. Some tampered evident envelope at the tally centers were not sealed. The result tallying and tabulation process at the regional center was not transparent and inclusive, etc. We state a lot of things there. We question this particular election. So we also don't see a circumstance in which Chief Minister don't say, then don't begin implementation of this recommendation. I watch on TikTok because me now, you know, effective user of the social media. Chief Minister make and clear say, then don't call the electoral management bodies here when are ECSL, NACRA, PPRC, etc. And don't hand over give them then report here for let them go look into the report, let them review and address the concerns then, the recommendations. How can you be a judge in your own cause? How me go don't commit a crime after they don't conduct a study, they don't arrive at some conclusions or recommendations. Me will commit the crime, me will people in the question say I for resign and me back to they can't get that report they say la go work on them. Their recommendations and they la go address them. How is that possible? It's not possible at all. So the electoral justice what they talk about, all of them TRDD. Even if now 2028 we forget election, if we not adequately address the recommendations where the tripartite committee don't make for overhaul the institutions they are, for make sure say the law is effective and efficient, and that when we come to election we for tally the result as required, we for do counting in the open, we for ensure say observers and opposition fully participate. If we not do all of them thing and they not to electoral justice.
But President Biosef alluded to the facts yesterday, say they don't begin for implement some of the recommendation them, and it's saying a thing the way it intentional about. The chief minister in a meeting where he puts now in social media handles, he meets with the different EMBs them, also they hand over this particular report for implementation. Implementation clearly don't begin, Minkailo.
I agree with you. As stated, say, me self watch a video on TikTok where chief minister say they don't begin implementation. A cabinet decision. I agree say they don't begin, but the implementation questionable. You know, I stated this very recently in a 98.1 say, you know, the world, waiting be affected. After the First World War, we get the League of Nations. The League of Nations been there for maintain world peace and security. But most of the one that we fought the war, then come later, then set what we call the Nuremberg trial. How you go fight war with somebody, then you will fight the war with somebody, will become victorious. You go set up a trial back, say, yeah, they can't try, then people, yeah. Now it make the League of Nations fail. We get the Second World War, 1939 to 1945. So in the end, create the problem if you still maintain and then you not pull them. How you go able to really appease the people and say you're ready for do what is right and you're ready for correct the odds. Not for just say implementation, but not for do right implementation. Otherwise, we as opposition go consider for be lip service. That is why also maybe say, if it not be me, Sidon have been to money for sign the agreement for national unity. One of the things they were for them first clearly established now that it is not going to be an agreement between APC and SLPP. It should be an agreement between, it is not going to be an agreement between APC and the government of Sierra Leone. Because when we talk about government of Sierra Leone, SLPP the part of government, APC the part of government of Sierra Leone. We get adequate representation at parliament. We get about 50 MPs there. We get adequate representation at the council. And we all form government. So it should have been an agreement between APC and SLPP. And now government will implement, and in that implementation, the opposition will be adequately represented. For long monitor the process and ensure say the implementation really they take place as expected.
So although that's not been happening, if you be then at the hall yesterday, we said President Bio Bindi, waiting for them be a question to them regarding national cohesion. Well, no. Because now one of the things that the minister say intentional in a part of the thing we discuss.
Yeah, national cohesion, I mean, they can this morning, me and a colleague been they discuss. Say, one of the things the way this government don't propagate, where President Bio don't always talk about, now national cohesion. But as far as me concerned, now lip service, then they give to national cohesion. National cohesion, not for just talk no more. But now for do them things the way, even if you don't talk on, the ordinary man go see, say, the president genuine and sincere in what he say. National cohesion is not just about stage managing programs. You're not going to talk about national cohesion when you come into governance, you begin chase the opposition, sack people away, get secure tenure in office, stage manage by elections. They even want win by elections now side they win to their strong goal. APC not one. When by election they be take place under Anes by Kuroma, we not be the going to Pujon, Kailan, Kenema for go impose yourself. We not say that SLPP stronghold. We they participate at the end of the day, anything will get with they satisfy. But when SLPP can, they even want to go win election at Tonko Limba, who side they go kill one 14-year-old. They want win election at Kabbalah, Konadugu, Falaba. We see what happened in the by-election we elect the district council chairperson, the electoral fraud. Who side then get 049, then pull the 0, then put the 1, it go 149. They don't do the person nothing. We see all what happen at 110. The election we conduct and twice after we them been pulled. Honorable Kadi Davis and the court rules say therefore redo the elections. The first one, they intimidate, we arrest two members, then put them in a cell. This Mr. serve as party agent. On the two elections that we see all anything and it is not correct. You're not going to do anything and then you say national cohesion. When it comes to voter registration, we'll see what happen. Most of our sisters, when we the interview, where they sell, then can sell fruits, then they sell granite, other things, then deprive them for register. When they go there, they tell, say, 18-8, go bring your birth certificate, go count your Becker result, WAS result, which some of them don't want to darken the classroom safe. At the end of the day, the law say, who say you not get certificate, birth certificate, a councillor, a mayor, a chairperson, an imam or a pastor can vouch for you, can recommend you. Then discard all of them thing and they. You not go do them thing and they you talk about national cohesion. World Bank, IMF, all the institutions that we concerned for support Sierra Leone, who they refer to as development partners, advise you say midterm census not visible. You go ahead for conduct midterm census because you want to impose a district block system as opposed to the constituency system. They say you want national cohesion. You can have Western area, you take Boku seats there, Western rural, you divide the seat then between you and APC. We own stronghold. They say you want national cohesion. Western urban, most of the seats they will win then take an away on. They say you want national cohesion. You don't go get national cohesion doing all of them things and you can intimidate the opposition. They are arrest two people them, kill extrajudicial killings. They say one national cohesion, you cannot get it.
Be part of the international community. You think say this particular town hall yesterday been sent any good signal because they were there in the hall? At some point, we hear where the crowd been they sing Madda Bio. You think say this particular chanting where they happen yesterday in that hall? Now good signal for say that was a representation of the people of Sierra Leone or just a section of the SLPP in the hall?
Maybe me and Apostle were very deliberate in my choices of words. When I commence this debate, I tell you, say, a comedy show and the crowd was stage managed. I don't use them particular adjectives and they because I just want to use them. If the crowd was not stage managed, if I don't see critical questions, if I don't see murmuring, applause is then for day because not to one person no more go dominate the scene. You get people away for don't chair President Bio because they're satisfied with what they do. But you get other people away for don't boo at them. If you really not to a stage managed crowd. It happen all over the world, not to only Sierra Leone.
We see when they ask questions.
No, I understand.
In talk say, because we've been seeing the minister, they call people their name, and even they make mention of the type of question where they want to ask. And according to them, it said they don't send them question before because they not be want for the whole place be chaotic, so they organize that way.
You see, Mabel, this now we own generation. The generations of politicians the way we don't interact for long. Some of them we don't attend the same high school, they're not the same body home. We don't go to the same university. I was president for Abbey College. Well, before me, Siba was Secretary General of the Union. They all Charlie Inga then. 2007 will be the campaign for APC. We'll get FBC for APC. Yusuf Keke Thomas and others, then we get Solo Boys. Then be the campaign for Solomon Bera. He was the chairman for that particular movement. So we know Seth. Timothy Kaba and others who sat in the same class for the same lessons. We all know Seth. So whenever they do something, they know all what they do. So it's not surprising to me. Even when they can get press conferences in a Ministry of Information, even the press conference where they launch the tripartite committee in a Brookfield Hotel, where you get the three co-chairs there. All of that, as you don't have corner, they want to see by the smile. Because everything was stage managed. The one way you want to ask questions and then they ask questions. They don't write the questions, don't send them to the people there. Then diplomatic partners there, now people they were very intelligent. When they come, then they observe, then get their ears on the ground, then they do their own findings. At the end of the day, when it is genuine, then they know say genuine. That was not a campaign moment for beginning to shout Madda Bio, Madda Bio. No. That was a critical moment for, let's say, Alunians for don't ask critical questions, for let the president for don't get the opportunity for, provide the required answer. Who's I gap then they for don't note say, so then say about the things in so then they be, not to say they be. They go call the responsible ministries, departments, and agencies to book. But that was a missed opportunity, really. It was a missed opportunity.
I mean, Kylo, one of the main important things the way President Bio been touched on yesterday, now they all get for do the livelihood of the people, the way like the economy. Now one of the main important sector then the way you talk about any developing country. The president talk about the economy quickly. Let's just listen to a clip on waiting President Bio talk regarding the economy. They will come out to you and ask you what do you think on that report the way President Bio give on the economy.
Thank you very much. Definitely. In fact, this is not the biggest question, because every day what they talk about actually hinge on the economy. Waiting we don't do since we come, they should say, I've been promising to say efficient management of the economy. That would be the hallmark of my administration. So before we know say corruption was endemic and unchecked in this country, before we come, the SSF, the government will be there before, the APC, they were out of program with the IMF. IMF say we don't get through the go. Then come here. The SSF declare austerity before we come. That means say we will take over 2018, nothing of in there. But because we care and we want to make sure say we do the improvements to the lives of the people of this country, we block all the holes that inside the money in the leak. We clamp down on corruption very heavily, and we raise revenue, we mobilize revenue. And because of stringent management of the monetary and fiscal policy, when I say within a very short time, we reduce inflation from about 17, 18 to single digit, 9. That's the only happen when you get people that we care for the economy and we care for the people there. Now, based on that and several other factors there, we make the IMF come back on board. And we still deal with the IMF, the other programs that just done, we begin the next set of programs with them. And I want to say thank you to the economic management team, the minister, the deputies, the bank governor, and the team, the Ministry of Finance. Yes, nobody not going to tell you say tin or tranga. Tin tranga. And because we are part of the global village, and the tin tranga at the village, we serve most of them. Tin tranga in America. Tin tranga in England. Tin tranga in Australia. Tin tranga na Canada. So the whole world they in economic problems. But they are better. They get stronger economies there. Like in the US, the inflation don't go back to about 3% or less. They don't able, because when they talk about dollar, now then they make their own money. The other one they get so sophisticated financial arrangements there that they're not easily, the shocks they're not able, they're not under them for too long. They commodity. But for we any shock will happen, whether internally, and ours have been internally generated by politics, and externally by COVID, the war in Ukraine, geopolitical tensions, disruption of the supply chain. With that shock they come, then we get people there now with their own business, not politics no more. They're not busy but Motaman. Me, I don't tell when I say, now for Wuna, I come because now Wuna vote me in. And I know the sacrifice we Wuna make. And I not ever forget me, Motaman, and this country. And me that they choose and pick Motaman, and I say Motaman. So everything where they do, now for the Motaman in go one before, make you get alafia, make you feel better. And no need for come to you, but that you pick where they go school, you go gladly. One day it go better you. That you sick, you go to hospital. As how we don't improve the medical, you get where now we don't open another special unit, hospital for picking them. That one day now more time business. So Namek Agladi, although he put me secret Nado, we not do the Mortaman, we take care of the Mortaman, but anything where they make the Mortaman in life easy, like roads there, electricity, water, and every other thing, now would they bring up? Waka fine.
Waka fine. Minister there.
But we make some bridge.
All right, welcome back. You still watch Breakfast on Liberty Online Television. That's not just part of the team where the president been talked about yesterday at the town hall where he been get to address people regarding waiting in government to do inside the first 1 year and in second term. And that part where we play so just now outside the president been talk about waiting government don't do regarding the economy. We come over again to Minkailu. We just don't watch a clip outside the president they talk about some panitin way in government don't do for ensure say then take care of the economy. One thing we make mention of is say in no way being come na power the APC when be the then government we don't do a lot of things in the country where make the economy not being good, and one thing we inside they don't do now blocking the whole them also say money be the waste. What do you think about this?
Yeah, maybe are not most of the things that the president say, but before then I just use this opportunity for tell Sierra Leoneans are waiting out the state of the economy from an opposition point of view. I want to Sierra Leoneans they know say before exchange reserve don't drop significantly, from 68.50% in 2023 now to minus 10.35%. Now we know say right now as we speak, we foreign reserve now about 114 million USD. As of January 2024, as opposed to how we been there in 2023 when I been 127 million USD. So the economy not do well. We need to know that clearly. I want to see Alunians and know say we liability the more than we assets, and we pay interest to the IMF. Boku one right now. I see President Bio they mention IMF. Waiting make this happen now because we too indebted. Sierra Leone they borrow too much. We need for know that day. Now we also know say we not receive donor support for budget. We not receive donor support on budget right now because we not even do the things that we didn't tell me for do. However, we get 66 million we World Bank don't promise for this Sierra Leone. That money that this government don't begin use and even we not it. We need for know that day clearly. Now we also know say as it stands, we dey borrow from the domestic market. Yeah, for pay salaries because government not even able to generate money for address recurrent expenditure, talk less of capital expenditure. Why are you president? They talk about things that we get for do with electricity, road and all. Now President Bio say they always don't emphasize this point here say they meet a very deplorable economy. Always, when they talk, APC left this economy in a deplorable form. They left this country by austerity. A lot. When President Kuruma been left, he did this to President Bio. This is not the handing over notes. When President Kuruma say, my government, unprecedented development strides, I reflected in Sierra Leone having a much bigger economy than when we took over in 2007. Back then, the monetary value of Sierra Leone's economy and business activity was estimated at 5 trillion yuans. By 2017, this is now estimated at 30 trillion yuans. From 5 trillion yuans, we'll take over in 2007. We left her at 30 trillion yuans. We means we add 25 trillion per the economy. Now this country. So when SFPP, this are the handing over notes. When President Kuruma and President Bio, so when they're not able to deliver on the mandate, now we don't be invited all of the time. This is very comprehensive. Anybody wants to access our online, he did it. Now President Bio talks say APC left the country in austerity. Waiting on austerity, Mabel and Khadija. Austerity not means say the country actually wants collapse. Austerity means say now for cut on government expenditure. Like when I did a Liberty TV, if they spend beaucoup money for some things that are not necessary. If we not get hall, we don't want to get conference, press conference or other conferences. We not need for government hall other side. We not for do our own facility. Now that APC been do. We say all all government programs now, let them go on our government offices, let them not go to go rent halls. And APC cut down on government expenditure for a short say we support the budget and will not go borrow money. There was a period when Kefala Mara was Minister of Finance. We not be the borrow money for pay salaries because we cut down on government expenditure. Now that now austerity we need for more than day. They say we take over the nation, nothing not been doing at the economy. I don't tell how we left the economy and how we meet her. They say Tin Changa now the country and Tin Changa now the global village. Also I call America, Canada, or I call different countries there. Recently, we now a journalist that will follow Joe Biden. We, the Democrat, they advise and say, it don't make sense for them to run again for president. We is right to address the American people. They not put the blame on COVID-19 or any disaster, be it man-made or natural or any war. He explained how it meets America economy and how it will left her. He states all the things that he don't do. He don't put the blame for any government before him. He don't put the blame for COVID-19. He don't put the blame for the opposition. He just do the work when they put on for. And governments, when they elect you, you get a mandate. You come to power through a manifesto. You get for deliver on the mandate and left for blame the opposition. Man-made and natural disaster can occur. Even when we said been there, we been get Ebola. Although we not been there at a scale as way COVID-19 affect the world. We been get a shock in the iron ore when our main commodity they export, the price drop. But to not put the blame on anybody, we work at the end of the day for stabilizing. This is what SLPP should do and stop deceiving the people. Let's conclude, please. They say the war in Ukraine. They talk about the disruption of the supply chain. All of that, the excuses that we know all water. But importantly, talk about school. He talk about specific, special clinic for children. He talk about worker-find roads and electricity. On schools, very recently, we all see more than 100,000 Pikine we then deprived for take the WASC exam. We saw Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara and the Ministry of Education, Basic Education, they all on very seriously. We all participate by that debate today. How they don't address that issue there? If you know to corruption. They ask the school and say, when they want to discourage them, they say, we can't defend on a budget. Because the budget actually include the number of Pekin they send for let government pay for. At the end of the day, waiting commodity, we all know na bribery and corruption, and so it die. They say, when I can't do back a check. Waiting a back a check. Anybody who don't sit back for more than 3 years, government know they pay for you. Because you get for day within the period from SSS1 to SSS3. Anybody who don't take 5, 6, 7 years we sit back here, you not go fall within the category. The back check already then cover at the end of the day now for extort money. Nothing not come out of that, they talk now and die so. So long know that they now Khadija Allah just conclude on clinic. But if we talk about clinic for Pekin, I think we forget that praise day to President Nkrumah because now we introduce the free health care for lactating mothers, pregnant women, and children under 5. We take Charles Mabu them for monitoring, Sao Laminde, all over the country. We give them support, then we get donor support, government support. We all see how the free health care been thrive. We build ultra-modern hospitals in Akailan, Shegbema, different places in the country. And we'll see how Congrada and Pekin in the field. Now when you go to hospital for free health care, sometimes they mark 10 medicine for you for Pekin under 5. Now only one then go say a day, the rest go buy in a pharmacy. We'll be the give non-milk, we'll be the give pumping out, we'll be the give good things then to combine Pekin. So Khadija, another that.
We still say His Excellency the President talk about blocking leakages yesterday in fight to fight corruption and some of the things that the President say help for stabilize the economy. And now some of the highlights then yesterday, Minkailo.
We're not able to block leakages at all. One of the things that we President Bio propagates so seriously now that corruption too much. They can't block leakages. And say APC been commenced the single treasury account. We mean say all government money from different departments, ministries and agencies and everything. Government been waste a lot of money, but money been missing. We say look can put all one side so that we go block the leakages. When President Bio come, the level of corruption we'll see it at an unprecedented scale, more than how it been there before. We all see what's in the happen at the country. We see the audit service, we see the report the way they produce. Even when they go to the office of the president and try for expose corruption, then go to the office of the first lady, try for expose corruption. Waiting the commissioner do, he say then they go investigate, even the former first lady, as if na him been there under review. So they see, we see them sack the auditor general and deputy because they expose corruption. So no leakage, they not block. Even under COVID-19, we see government ministers then sit down, they make rubber as to would I buy SUVs, would I not buy them. All waiting upon the corruption, we see 2 reports where audit service produced that year day. One get for do the audit then they do annually. The other special audit on COVID-19, the one that we embezzle money, all land in enable address. So waiting at the leakages so the block. Nothing on the block.
It's continue for the week at the program. Viewers, in case you just tune in, we get kind of coma. It is part of the main opposition party and strategic communications unit. This morning we analyze His Excellency the President Dr. Julius Madda Bio. In town hall meeting yesterday, Nabin Tumane Osai, he been talk to salon people, give reports of in 1 year since they re-elect him for be president for the 2nd term. He talk about plenty things that we get for do with the 5 big game changer them when at them Nabi a manifesto promise. We don't get the perspective of the All People's Congress APC party. Now na term follow yearly from Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan in the person where they talk for President Bio, we mean say in the presidential spokesman. Good morning, Alhaji, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, all man.
All right, before you come, we start for Ask Minkailo as an opposition, waiting exactly a think for the first time President Bio inside his 2nd term. It don't come out for give a report card to the people that will be elected for GAM, a 2nd term mandate for rule Sierra Leone and them. Firstly, Minkailo starts say the whole town hall meeting will be a comedy show.
Thank you very much. So there's a saying, they say opinions are free, facts are sacred. The fact is that Sierra Leonean really appreciate President Bio, his appearance in the public space, for let people then talk to them and let people then listen to them. So for me, it not surprise me if Minkailo not enjoy that, because all waiting President Bio in the talk yesterday, now success stories for the time we don't there at this government. Fortunately for me, the government where Minkailo they refer to as the APC government during that time, as a kingpin in that. So I know of all waiting they happen about. Fortunately for me, this government also added it as a kingpin. So I know waiting they happen. With regards to the corruption we talk about, where I feel say all Sierra Leoneans will be proud of the fact that the world bodies, and particularly the MCC, we don't know they give us money if your corruption level they low. They don't decide say President Bio in governments since 2018 to last year, 2023. They don't consistently pass the control of corruption index in their own indices they will then put. And for that, they have a prize. They've given him a prize. In our own time, when I've been there with them, with the APC, when we own government, the highest level we ever reach in terms of the control of corruption was 47%, for which they give struggle, they give a compact for we develop a compact. But 3 months, while we are busy with doing that, then we draw them back from it because of they're not happy with the way we carry on. Then this one, then don't go till they don't reach 87% of the rating in the corruption. So I don't know whose kind way in the try for compare. Because when you compare facts with facts, it's fine, but opinion, I'm all my own. So if you say in a comedy, you know, enjoy them. Because in good day, for good look at pitfalls. And yesterday, waiting President Bio present to me, now success stories. And of course, if myself, I feel with the play, I not go clap for the opponent where they can't carry, where they score. I will not do that. I often way for make a discredit that. I go say he play foul. I go say he rogue, he play handball and all that kind of thing, and hope that the referee, which is the people of Sierra Leone, will listen to them. So that is not what I am here for. I come for tell you, I say, yesterday, President Bio do waiting me don't hear President Ruto talk after the riots and the protests in Kenya recently. He said he make a failing in communication within people. He said if that not been be, the riots and them for take place. He said when you make a space for miscreants, able to enter a space and tell your story, rather than you telling it yourself, they can twist it and put it the way they want. So that is how he felt, according to him. When he not been tell the people the merits of the finance bill where they try for pass where the picking and young people then grab against. When they say that the bad thing the normal way other people don't can show the 9AC, they went into the street. But when he don't talk and tell them and all that and say, I wish you had told us this. But unfortunately, what I don't pass Gary. So now he make President Bio decide say, one, apart from the fact that he has a very good communications team where we depend. This time he also decided for talk to the people directly. And he's done that yesterday. And I believe say the people of Sierra Leone appreciate.
Addressing the public might be a good intention, but one concern where plenty people don't raise regarding that particular town hall yesterday was the selection of the audience. Was that a genuine representation of Sierra Leoneans in terms of selection of others Evidianda yesterday?
That hall takes 600 people. Sierra Leoneans now 8 million people. Pull the Peking and commodity. Let's say now 6 million people. Peking will not work again. They're all able to go inside there now. So you have to have a selection now. What they did is that we want to go, you just send an application to a website.
There were invitations.
There were invitations also, and they send invitations to a lot of people who are not deliberately selected, who are randomly selected for making themselves day. Yesterday, we saw somebody like Soiree, who asked a question about census. He was invited. I am sure he wasn't known before then. So there are areas where you're not able to foresee you go reach all man. So what did the president do? What did the committee under Chernobyl do? They make sure, say, in every regional headquarters yesterday, they get a similar town hall meeting, virtual one, in a town hall with the screens there and lines open. But of course, people got carried.
Who are the targets for them at the hall? Because
Sorry?
everybody not go able for them at the hall, like you say. But who are them not be the targeted audience?
Sierra Leoneans.
Was
Citizens.
Of like minds?
Why like minds? Why like minds? You went and tell me say that people the other day yesterday and I like mind people? No, they're
I'm
not.
asking because you
No. Just
Honorable.
there are 600 people inside. How can they all be of like minds?
Honorable.
They were not of like minds.
Was that a political gathering?
That was a citizens' gathering.
So why then be they chant political slangs, them slogans?
Who chanted political gathering?
The hall, people all be there.
No, come on, maybe you have a few party people. We
Their
also
voices,
you
then they
cannot-
not be few voice them.
Come on, how many did you hear me chant politically? I was there. Did you hear other people like me standing, sitting in the front chanting? There's a handful of people at the back there who will always chant political. And of course, when they start, they will make a noise. That's politics. That's what you do. So you can't tell me that is a political. I say not a political
They talk
gathering.
about,
Not citizens. Now, citizens, I am sure they extended invitations to everybody.
So why do you hold? You get plenty ministers that will left their office.
How many ministers were there?
cross-section of women.
No. In fact, the ministers that will be there, they don't reach a tenth of the number of ministers within the country. No, I'm serious. No, who were there? Tell me the names of the ministers who were there. No, please. Me, look, if I was even surprised that a lot of my colleagues were not there yesterday. No, they were not. No, but you have to have some.
Older than not been there.
Count me first, I was there. The Minister of Finance was there.
Older than not been there.
If I tell you the one day, you will know that or not. So you know who the ministers are. You want to waste time for me to tell you? No waste of time. Because you knew who was there. I don't call myself. I don't call Minister of Finance.
You say plenty
Minister
not
of
been day.
There are plenty. Yes. So the one day you know the day, when I don't tell you who that day, then you go know who that not been day. Is that so? And the one day we not been day, that in plenty. Yes, they were not there. Like for instance, my sister, the Deputy Minister of Fisheries, Ajay Sata Abdullah, wasn't there. Honorable Bon Wuri, Minister of the Northern Region, or Northwest Region, is not there. Abu Kurama was not there. Muhammad Ali in Bo wasn't there. No, I'm telling you, the intended purpose is to have a cross-section.
Of the conference, was it achieved?
Oh yes, definitely. Maybe
what
not for you.
What do you call achievement? Because
achievement in the sense that
people out there believe, President Bio spent a lot of time responding to things them where no make sense to Sierra Leone. It makes sense because as of this time, waiting that the major concern of Sierra Leone, how it go solve issues where they affect livelihood.
What tell me the issue that affects livelihood?
Cost of living.
Tell me one issue. Tell me one issue that affects cost of living. Just one.
Increase in prices.
Fine. So how do you solve that?
It is not my
how do you solve that?
It is not. I'm
Fine.
not
Well, now let me tell you how he told
Honorable,
you.
Please.
No, let me tell you how he told you he was going to solve that.
Please.
No, you put a point across. Now let me answer you. To solve the cost of living, you have to reduce importation of food. You cannot do that today. So what you do, you prepare to grow food for yourself. That is why he said we are going to feed Salon over a period. Now this is the rainy season. A lot of us are sitting here in Freetown and in the towns folding our hands. We allow, they keep warm, and the Chinese, they're in a swamp. The Vietnamese, they're in a swamp under the rain. Then they grow the rice. After that, when they harvest time in December, they go buy them for can't eat them. How it go cheap? Somebody has to bring it here by sea. And transportation is very expensive, the transport logistic. So you cannot just sit down and say, we want fuel price go down. You have to do something about it. Now that make all man get hand. When people they get a saying in Timne, they say, Kata, Makapaero tough, Kapaero son. That is, that hand not afraid. We not afraid for touch dirty. You know the time for go 9 months. So you can't just sit there, keep clean hands, and then wait to say, I want to eat. How will you eat? Because even the process of eating, you get for the hand, for put on. So that is it. So you go tell me, say, the president is doing what is necessary, showing me what we need for do, for make we able for change the situation. It didn't start today. Prices didn't rise today. The prices rose when I was minister. Prices rose when Jean Kaba was there.
But they were rising. Worse now.
They are getting worse because at that time when we were in government, there was no war. In Ukraine, there was no war in Palestine. There was no. Listen. In the environment you look, what was available at the time, waiting at the circumstances. These are different circumstances. These are difficult situations. If you are able to navigate your situation, you people them for at least waiting a plan for each day, even if it's there within a shop, then you have tried. No, that's what they try for doing.
No, but what you go say to somebody who say that town hall meeting yesterday lack depth. Depth in the sense the president will just talk about now this I don't do, now this I don't do. It failed for this solution to the problem.
Really?
Yes.
I just answered you. For the solutions. Let me go plant what we eat. That's a solution. Yes. Sitting here talking about it doesn't help. When I come on Friday, I'm going back to Potluck. I'm going to the swamp. And I go walk. There are so many people who don't do that. So the president, they try to mobilize and sensitize people for them and no say, Your own livelihood depends on your own actions. And now you for take them, nobody knows they take them for you. They can only show you and point you the way. They say, show me the way, and I will go there. But this president don't show, we say, now this particular period, in terms of cultivation, they have over 19.5 thousand hectares, 19,500 hectares of arable land where they don't cultivate for this year. I mean, they expect for the 20,000, but it's nearly 20,000 hectares. And that's a lot. That is almost 50,000 acres of rice land. And that, it can germinate now. It is in the process of growing. It will not be ready tomorrow. Not December, January, the rice could be out there. But it will not be enough because 50,000 hectares is not enough to feed 8 million people. But it's a process. You start. If we all get into it, we know we'll get that kind of problem.
The president organized a town hall meeting for the very first time in a 1 year after he don't get a mandate for rule Sierra Leone and then back. A lot of issues that happen behind the scene and even before outside the public and they see. Why President Bio not be invite the opposition yesterday in that town hall meeting?
He didn't invite them. What did President Bio invite? Now the Minister of Information and Civic Education, and I am sure there would have been an invitation through the leadership of the APC.
I ask this question because the meeting be centered around national cohesion.
Yes.
So when they talk about national cohesion, with all what that happened this past 1 year, with elections, the contesting the results, and other things, seeing mixed cities in them from different political divide yesterday, but don't really show a signal, say, as a country.
Yeah, but why do you assume? Why do you assume that they were not invited?
I know they assume.
Fine. Now they tell you say they're not invited.
Because that the question that they will be asking Kyle
Okay, you say they're not invited.
And in belief say if they be invite the chairman, if I don't communicate.
Well, make you ask again. When you go back now, make you ask. I know that they will not organize a national something like this, especially at a time when we say we try to build national cohesion. For let they ignore the APC, the PMDC, or the PDP, so and all that. I am sure they would have been invited. I did not. I'm not at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, at the State House. They organized that. But I will cross-check with my colleague when I go back. But I know, see, Chairman Bar has been an activist before he became a minister. So he knows how to bring big coalitions together. He go, don't do that one day. Maybe they decide not to go. Or maybe they were even there. Maybe not the ones that we usually recognize, that the leaders and all that. Probably, I'm sure there would have been people from the APC in there. There were 600 people in there at least.
All right, continue for the program. A name na Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan, the presidential spokesman, and there this morning we talk about the outcomes waiting come out from President Bio in town hall meeting yesterday, and we talk about the national cohesion with a meeting they supposed for portray. We see Usai President Bio talk about, respond to some certain issues them we get for do with Sierra Leoneans them. He say people, like, quote and unquote, we call themselves Sierra Leonean them, don't be one of the problem in terms of security, national cohesion, because they can just sit down no more, say so they let nobody not go out. He say one of the toughest questions that we don't ever answer. President Bio in a way one day in Piquet ask and say July 19 or June 19 if he for go school. You they see the anger, you they feel it from the president because he talks certain words them way. Normally, if the president relaxed enough, feel like say this is a problem to me governance, you know go say some of them things then they. Was that the right venue for the president make remark to some of the people them where they send audio then cause unrest in the country?
Yes. It's a Sierra Leoneans, and the people that they refer to are not foreigners. Those who send the audios, the destabilizing audios, where they incite people for go out and cause mayhem, not to foreigners, not Sierra Leoneans. And it's the right place to say it. If you go there, you tell the people, say, this is so they happen. And it is not good. I am looking for the safety of our children. So using Pekin as an example, for let us small Pekin ask and say, is safe for go school on the 19th? It's shock. Now, shock you will see in your face soon, not anger, shock and consternation and disappointment that this has to happen in a country where we're supposed to look after the safety and security of our children for go school. So we hope that this is not going to continue. And anybody trying to defend that kind of thing, when that happens, I believe, say, that person, I will not call him or her patriotic. Because when you do things like that, to create panic among the population, so that people are not go able to do what they get for do, for let their life go before, for let picking and go school, for let people and go hospital, for let would get for go work na farm, go na farm, would get for go na market, would get for go abacha, go na abacha. You do that, and then you, if you want to condone that, or you hide and you sweep it under the carpet, that's not patriotism at all. So I believe, say, yes, it was the right place to do it. And when you do that, you say, when you talk the thing way wrong, then you're able to find a solution to it. But President Bio has always been open to dialogue.
All right.
He has always been open to dialogue. I am an example. I was his opponent. Well, talk to me. Let's work for Sierra Leone. And I'm here.
How the president in town hall yesterday different from the national address we can normally give?
The national address was faceless, in the sense that nobody no been there with the Siam Korokoro, na television in the Siam. Yesterday, it was live. People were seeing him. You could even touch him. Some people shook his hands when he was coming in there. So that's the difference. This is not a live engagement with the people of Sierra Leone. That's the difference yesterday.
In terms of the questions then where people may ask, where according to the organizers, now Sierra Leoneans then ask them questions and they from themselves, it wasn't stage managed. Don't question in the way the people may ask, you believe say it represents the views of Sierra Leone?
You see, everybody gets the particular thing we're in concern about. As I told you yesterday, over 870 questions were sent. But we had only 90 minutes to answer those questions. So waiting the minister do in wisdom and in team, then group them into clusters of similarity. You put like questions together, and then you answer one, we will represent all of us. I am sure in one question there would be 2, 3, 4, 5 different people asking the same question. So they answer that, yes, I believe, say, that represented Sierra Leone.
Let me just watch one of the highlights from the town hall yesterday. Then you go respond to what's actually be the unfold from the highlights we will take. Let's just watch them.
So we choose feed salon for make sure say we deal with malnutrition, we deal with food security, we get jobs, then stimulate economic growth, and then make we begin earn foreign currency. Once.
Yes, 5 years you don't rule. And still, the agriculture sector is poor.
Jesus is Lord.
You know how much people they suffer. For it right now rest now 6 leons.
Jesus. Help me. Is the academy that we are not know?
No, it's not for APC. Me na SLJ. Me na from
They play.
Okay. Allow me. Wanna allow me? Please, let me ask you questions. This not for party, please. Mr. President, then they say I buy you. Pepper when I this country, then they produce some. I buy you 50 million for cup. This country will support for provide that day. You don't want me for 5 years. You are about to leave us. What are you then?
You say they're wise.
If you people get peace now, yeah, it's fine, boy. If you don't get food for it.
All right, you done?
It's for you.
Hey, when I grab the mic now, I don't like it.
I voted.
You done?
I voted.
All right. Thank you.
Anything else. So we choose feed salon for make sure say we deal with malnutrition, we deal with food security, we get jobs, then stimulate economic growth, and then make we begin earn foreign currency. Once we able to produce enough rice, and we therefore do that one day, we then begin export, so instead of with the same money in at home, When the people don't do, from what we discover diamond in this country, we all come on at the family, we go inside and hold them. We don't dictate, but it's not there for plants again. The diamond, no, we don't see them. In fact, let's see Saloma knows about diamond. They look for me, not Sabia. They don't Sabia. Me, we are not saying one of we, I said, I will take 3 months, I go land for diamond. Plenty people not Sabia say, me, now an internationally recognized diamond evaluator. Because if we go inside, oh, diamond, blood diamond, whatever diamond, but we come up, even my brother and sister, they come up now. We take that.
All right, welcome back. Well, that's not just one of the highlights that we come out yesterday from the town hall. And we come over again to the presidential spokesman, when Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan. And like I've been saying before, play the highlights. How you go describe that particular scene? That lady be one first question and wait to unfold it.
It was necessary. Necessary for the other woman they talk. Now that make President Bio ask, say, I want to meet the people. And when he talk, not to lie, rest there now, 5 leons, 6 leons, a gallon, a cup. But because now important, they important. I just don't tell you, say, now foreign away now it's man, I ain't the planter. Now foreign away now it's man, I ain't the beat the rest. Now foreign away now it's man, the totem. Carry and go now Wataki, they own Wataki, put on a ship, foreign away now it's man, drive that ship, they come under where they bring come. So when you reach Naya, you're not going to be 3 leon again. You go not add the transport cost. You go not add the labor cost. You don't add everything. But when that rice is produced in country, it going to be different. Now that make President say, let we get the feed salon program. And President himself. Now when he want to stop the lady, now he say, no, say when I get the mic. Make it talk. That's why I'm here.
Yes. Public way and say the whole thing was stage managed. Because when you look at other people when they ask questions, they were free standing there asking their questions. When you reach to that lady, we ask questions, where plenty of people believe say they represent the larger views of Sierra Leoneans, she was disrupted.
No, by her own peers, not government. Now, the lady won the question time in London. They asked that they were going to receive 4 or 5 questions. And no, they answer all the questions. It is after that she got up.
But you
not get up.
Take the mic from her, I don't like it.
No. He said, don't take the mic from her, I don't like it. He said, don't take the mic, play it again.
So why did
he said, no, hold on. He said, don't take the mic from her.
Why didn't they want to take the mic from her?
No, ask the person. But the minister will represent government said, don't take it from her. He said, don't. And President said, allow her to speak. Now I make it did. So overzealous people and go try to stop them. No, that is not government, and don't blame President Bio for it, or the minister. If you play that clip back, you'll hear the minister say clearly, don't take the mic from her, I don't like it. He said that. And the president said, allow her to speak, get on the mic. Isn't that noble for a leader? Yes, because a lady like that, you don't allow her. The next time if somebody comes and says, go stone, they shop them. He goes, join you. But now that they don't answer them, the parent tell and say, one, in fact, they get a copy of this yesterday at the end. This is the magazine that shows the achievements of the president over 1 year. And when they don't engage, inside the party and say, are they pan this feed salon? And not only for make the rest, but also for make sure say the malnutrition we go reduce them. They say there are certain areas in this country where picking and they eat, but the kind of eating and they eat is not balanced. They say so we are trying to see how we can balance this so that this kashioko thing is not going to happen. So be patient and calm that we are looking after you. You say we are mortal man will look after. Mortal man government now in this. And they are going to do that. So the president did what he was supposed to do and allowed the lady to say what she had to say.
All right. I'll come back to you, Minkailu, listening to the presidential spokesman, trying for tell the viewers in this morning, say first. You did tell the viewers in this morning, say first, the town hall meeting been timely and President be able for outlining your achievement them, some of the things that we still get challenges with. And it work towards them. And it talks say now be an opportunity for let the president get a one-on-one with citizens them. What do you describe different from what the presidential spokesman talk about?
Yeah, firstly, what I been say before Koto Alfakan the kind side. I state clearly say the town hall meeting welcoming as an opposition view and so, because it create the opportunity for let the citizens and the president interact firsthand, and that it take governance to the doorstep of the people. However, I equally describe and say a comedy show. I say the entire process was stage managed. Where me big brother they say the crowd was randomly selected. I go tell them authoritatively say the crowd was purposively selected. Not a random selection, they selected on purpose, and then do one for sending a message on the tripartite committee recommendation, two for get pictorial evidence for the UN General Assembly summit where they get for go. Now that make them do this particular one by my estimation. Now, me big brother been talking about the MCC compact. We all know say, governance and continuity. It served in the APC government of Ernest Bai Koroma from 2007 to 2018. It held series of strategic positions, including Ministry of Mines, Presidential Spokesman, Public Affairs, Political Affairs, Information. ISSF do attest to the fact, say be very integral now the past government. And I believe say, if for no say government na continuity, if we will be able to get up to 47 or so percent, when it comes to the compact assessment, the SLPP can continue. It not just happen overnight. And we all think, say, the compact money, we want them, Sierra Leone, because they contribute immensely for develop this country, for address some basic, essential things that we all need. We all want them. And we as opposition not go undermine that this. Because if you undermine that, it means you're not patriotic to this country. No, no, and we self don't contribute for let Sierra Leone get that particular compact day. How we contribute, we don't keep the peace of this country. With all the intimidations, everything will happen. As an opposition, we don't always ensure, say, we not take people then to the street for demonstrate, for strike, for wreak havoc, or create mayhem in the country. So we need for be applauded for that particular thing day. My brother talking about compare fact with facts. I think say me and Apostle very factual. They conduct me studies them, and whatever I say, I go able to prove them beyond reasonable doubt na any competent court of law. I not just they sit down and say things that we may not know. Before they say anything, I go make sure say I know. We plant waiting with the eat. They talk about Vietnam and other countries, and you see, patimne, who people and put parable say, on the back the banner, it is so long kai pat kamoche the soap mono konachi. They say car we get for car end na shoulder. No make me a go na poto because now you get for total and you go dirty you. If the Alpha Camden be don't work for this country, I don't think so we for those out there so today in terms of food self-sufficiency. We SLPP they propagate so today. Big brother say if they can't go na farm, he get swamp. 5 years ago, this government, the ministers, including the president, they show you the president, he didn't farm, he all okra. They tell you the importance of agriculture. Ramanto will be the information ministry, then show you on a farm. Most of them, Josie say, will be there 98.1 2 days ago, he say he get farm. But all them farm they are, the former chief minister, David Francis, in back say he get farm. Who know they see the output. 5 years ago, if them farms they really they contribute to food self-sufficiency in this country, maybe by now not for the import rest or rest not for there. Hello, no that they say now lip service them people are the key. In 2012, during the manifesto, during the nomination of Ernest Bai Koroma for a second inning, my big brother Alpha can say SLPP, then they lied to a point out and they even deny their own existence. I think say don't can't join them by that lie, and they all go soon deny their own existence. Now that no more me they see in this whole thing. There was no war in Ukraine. He said, wait to make things there. President Bio self don't talk about wait to make things stronger. Now because of the war in Ukraine, now because of COVID-19. I want let me be, he said, do your own time, then Tia not been there, war not been there. I want let Alpha can no say from 2017 to from 2007 to 2017, we've been getting about 17 international wars. Now during this period, they disturb Gaddafi them, now Libya, then kill them. Now during this period, we've been get war America and Saddam them be the fed. But other places they be the fed. But say because of them was and they will not do what you say in our manifesto. We'll be even get shocked then at this country. I tell you now about the twin shock, the Ebola and the drop in the sales of iron ore. But all that day we make sure say fear not even there. Rest not go above what it been there. So all that in the at the camp, APC invitation. Yeah, I tell when I say I not go state clearly say they invite you and they not invite you, but in order to me knowledge. I say they might maybe don't send letter of invitation to the leadership. However, if you not give adequate invitation, you not go get program today. You go send invitation to me today. You expect me for go day today, because I get for put myself together. So that's happened. No, I just say if the invitation be don't come in time. I mean, some of we if I don't do our knowledge say we have been invited to participate. Sometimes it come on a late, and then they all na lip service. Say Lord just send a number if they want to learn and not come. But I think saying aside and the way for I don't see the kind of people that only be expect for day. One, the opposition for be adequately represented. Me, I for don't go there if I was invited. Secondly, critical voices them before don't do it, so that at least then go able to make the ask the required questions. They say the question of incitement. Now, yeah, I agree with me, big brother. Yeah, incitement. One thing we will try for discourage completely in incitement. The 19th June, me pikin go school, it be the 6th exam. And mama be very skeptical. Say, hey, they say level man zero. Now I say no. The pikin no go can lose one paper because of waiting some people then can just sit on our social media because they able buy megabytes then begin to incite. Some of we are people that they against that they completely. We not say the country the way they protest it can be justified. The law, permits that they for happen in certain circumstances. But me, now one person who forgets a demonstration on issues, we're not a politically motivated demonstration. We're well guided. We get leadership. Some of we ready for day, part of that day. But any demonstration, we not get leadership. Where somebody can sit down oversee no more inside people there. I completely condemn that day. I don't do it in many occasions, and I will continue for doing. Even recently in July, we already say July 8, July 9, all man for me. Now one person will say, me need to sit on our house, and I urge everybody for go out. So Lord know that they clearly we know the incite as opposition, and let nobody not put the blame per we. If the people then the incite, we know the part of that day. From the audience, now this is very important, Mabel. I tell when I say na stage managed crowd. That lady they say to APC, even them be the shout. Now APC, they say me not to APC, me na SLPP, and besides, I vote. That lady they don't show say, it don't live beyond reproach. Now they don't represent we, the majority of the Sierra Leoneans, we not been get the opportunity for Didi. The lady also don't show say a patriotic to the country more than how a loyal to him party. He don't show say political sentiment. Sometimes you can put her aside and say the things when a fact. So if you been get more of them ladies than they inside the hall, where they ask critical questions to president. President don't say let them left out. President say I not get the question. But indeed, the Minister of Information say, "Una left out, not let una take the mic in hand, una allow for talk." So if we don't get more of them people than they inside that hall, but good things for change.
All right.
But good things for change.
In the studio, we will come back to now. Let me just watch and listen to the views of people who don't watch the program this morning, as they don't send a message on the different platforms. They Musa Liberty Online Television, they broadcast from. We look at messages and we don't come in the program. Khadija.
All right, the first one they come out from Abdullah B. Lukule. He said the town hall meeting was very impressive and interesting. I was very pleased with the president's performance. Things are very hard, yes, but the president has done more good, such as education, road infrastructure, agriculture, security, and freedom of speech.
All right, to look at more messages we don't come inside from the Liberty Online TV YouTube channel. We get Alex Salia Bao, where they say, please ask the presidential spokesman why the tax rise, which is a staple food.
For the Mustafa Touré on Facebook, they say, when people's livelihood is solely dependent upon talking to defend individuals, they will say anything in this world to also protect their assets. This is the case for Alpha Khan and the rest of everyone at the Ministry of Information and Strategic Communication. This is their job.
Robert Cargo na the YouTube says Sierra Leoneans are tired of hearing about the rise that the SLPP government has grown, but not in the markets. The Tomambo rice took 5 years to grow, but not a seed is in the market.
Shekuba Fantamadi Kamara, they say, well hammered Brezokoma, your orating skills are unmatched.
All right, we look at more messages. We don't come in the program this morning. This other one from Peter Dauda na the YouTube channel. Is it not easy for the APC to defend their 10 years record in power?
This other one from Justice Moise Samba, they say, why must the opposition always have problem with MCC grant when they really know that this grant is a national thing, or is it because they didn't achieve it during their time of governance?
More messages. Now the YouTube again, Peter Dauda, they ask, say, how can the APC continue to be part of governance on one hand and against it on the other hand?
Mustafa Bangura, they say, people do not have access to finance. How can they farm? We can't do the 1960s system of farming.
This other message, waiting at the YouTube channel from International Observer. It said the government and media have no business liaising on media definition. Salon just too they far out of reach of the reality. The media is capable of organizing itself and is mainly there to scrutinize government. I think it gets for do with the first story will be air now the breakfast show this morning regarding the training where the Ministry of Information been get with SLAJ.
All right, too many messages, but we'll just take one more, then we'll come back in our studio and wrap up the program because of time. Reginald Beresford, Ignatius, George Stone, they say, by the way, Mr. Presidential Spokesman, the president is a servant to the people, not a god. In fact, he should be available and accountable when the people demands. We don't need one-off meeting where you have party stalwarts and sycophants that aren't too representative of a cross-section of the country. The people outside this studio have their comment that I believe you won't like because they talk about the economic hardship on the ground they face on a daily basis.
All right. Well, from that message, and they will come to the studio guest them. They come back to Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan. They represent the president here this morning as the presidential spokesman. We don't listen to the message and way people don't send. And back to the town hall yesterday, from government perspective, especially from that of President Bio, if there's going to be any other opportunity for let the president get such town hall, waiting a wish for let the organizers and do differently.
But you asked me that question today after the town hall finished yesterday evening. Me and President Bio no see it. I not be able to know what he planned for let them do. Because that would be, okay, you're asking me about his own opinion.
You mean at the hall?
Fine. So what do you think I will suggest for it to happen later? Well, anything will happen when I get for sit down, look at the outcomes, and then when I evaluate, and then decide where anything could have been improved. It could be better. So that has not been done yet. No, come on.
Feedback them you don't hearing as
presidential spokesman. Let's talk about the feedbacks.
As presidential spokesman, if they get opportunity, then they did in the future. Waiting for do differently.
Well, we will make sure, say, when we invite opposition parties, that we put them out openly, let people know. We don't just send a secret letter like that. I know, say, they did invite them. And I know, say, some of them were there yesterday. But what's important is that this town hall don't should say it possible for law talk. As Whitman say, or Sir Winston Churchill say, to Georgia is always better than to war. So for let we talk it better. Like our President Kababi say, when young man and they sing, he said, well, let them sing, it better pass than gonna push. So this is what we are trying to do. Discourage people from what Minkailo they call incitement, and I agree with him. For me, they don't do things like that for incite people for go out in the street. Or rather, come up with your suggestions, your criticisms, out to we directly like that, then we will look at it. We not talk say we the be all and end all in governance. We they listen to people. A listening government know they make mistakes. That is why, as you can see, President Bio got a second time. Now the question again will come when a young man, brother here say, I tell him the advantage I have over him is that one, I didn't have APC before him. Two, I worked hard in APC at the time and in key positions. Now, me be responsible for MCC right from 2007 when I was Presidential Affairs Minister. Now, me and a young man we named Amadou Masale, when I go America in December of 2007, I tell me about something they call MCC. They say, I can't carry go logo. That's when I started working towards the MCC. At that time, Sierra Leone was not even considered. So during those years, up to about 2009 or 10, we reached a stage where they said they will consider we for a threshold now for help you. Then a year later, 2 years later, in 2012, and then decide say they will give you a compact. That compact, when they decide when the ambassador go to President Nkrumah, now he oath for go and answer. I say no, let them not do nothing. Say when I call Alpha, then get for go take me na oath. Now only when I come now I call the ambassador inside. Me and him and the ambassador before this thing was announced. Now I said that will be the fit for. We say we don't get compact. Now we can't go to Miata conference hall. You are going to announce it there. Now me can't announce on Miata conference hall. It was Christmas time. Right? I say great tidings of great joy I bring. So we had that. But what happened after that? A month later, I was changed as the coordinator for that. Then bring Dr. Richard Conte. When Dr. Richard Conte came, the first thing he did was to take a number of people, go America. So then they go sensitize people in America about MCC. How can you do that? So when the Americans see that, they can't give money for they can fed for poor people. The money they give now for safe for development. You go America back for go sensitize the Americans about MCC. They will say that they give money. You know what? 3 months later they withdraw. That's how we lost it. But this time here, they're not giving them with condition. They give them full. Because they don't watch President Bio over 5 years. Where it don't pass the control of corruption and a majority of the indices for 5 years. And then the 6th year when it happened, they say we're going to give you this. And that's what happened. So this time, I'm sure it's there. But unfortunately, I'm glad for the young brother because I mean, train them. These are my mentees. Yes, my mentees. I'm glad that they think the way I think. Unfortunately, there were people, Sierra Leoneans, who call themselves members of the APC, and I should say they don't even get a party card. And then they go to up front, State Department, they dance that. They don't know give you MCC, they don't know give. How can you do that? The man wear the shoes they burn them, within you know the effect of what the MCC will do for behind the terrorists. In one time, the APC wants it, we want it. Now government don't get them. We are going to get that and bring it here and going to improve on our electricity. The same way so the OPEC, then we don't give you $840 million. We're going to work on it for the agriculture. There's so much money that in this month only, these 2 months alone, between June and July, we have about $1.97 billion already pledged or on the way coming into the country already here. So that is really something to commend the government for. Because society, then feel say money, they know they manage them better. Personally, they're sending taxpayers hard and cash there. They have sent it there and they're sending it there and then get the AI, they watch we like mountain fat food.
All right, Alhaji Alpha Khan, many thanks for joining at the studio this morning for Khan talk about waiting come from His Excellency the President in town hall meeting yesterday, where he be all with Sierra Leone. And then quickly, Minkailo, they wrap up the program now.
Yes, I go start for acknowledge the fact say waiting me big brother talk. Me now be one of his mentees. Now possible be they admire very seriously. Even we may have been president of Frabe College, we be they serve now different ministries. Anytime I get program, I invite her, I go. He go deliver statement at Mary Kingsley Auditorium. Where the APC been there in opposition. Anytime Alpha can go up Frabe College, now amphitheater, the theater they flop. But if any other person go there for talk for APC, we know to Alpha can the theater not been the flop at all. So we owe that particular accolade to him, and we go always recognize that. However, let's proceed for answer some of the questions that the callers and raise, especially we get for do the opposition. Why the opposition always have problem with the MCC compact? Me don't make it clear say we don't get problem with the MCC compact. We want the MCC compact because if the money come, not only SLPP the benefit we all, the benefits Sierra Leoneans them. APC is adequately represented in government. We get good representation at parliament. We get good representations at the council. And the money, I think, say go address essential, basic, things that we will need, like electricity, health, infrastructure, and other things that we very important for the address. So why the opposition, they part of governance on the one hand, and they against governance. Other caller, texter, write that message. We they part of governance, and we know they against governance. The opposition, for one, contribute for shape government policies, for checkmate the excesses of government, and for also ensure say then give alternative views to what government think. So you know me say for express them views and they would they against government. That not a very wrong thinking we need for discourager. Maybe brothers in IMB in charge of MCC, and now that make us say governance and continuity. If it then not be start MCC till we reach the level we reach, they will not for don't get MCC because sometimes now during President Bio in time we for don't start from scratch. So we all contribute for let the MCC compact come na this country. The opportunity for let announce the MCC compact says you don't get her. Where President Kroma Bingian, that tell you say President Kroma na a leader where they give to Caesar, waiting belongs to Caesar. How lost the MCC? Through Richard Conte, that I not go say Richard Conte not there for explain. If you waiting me big brother, it's not true or not. So I think say when I get for call Richard Conte, let can answer. If you waiting, cut off. I can't talk.
He was not an opportunity for comeback. What you go say to the organizers?
Before my big brother Alpha Kandika tell when I say, if the organizers be invite APC and other critical voices, therefore don't publish the invitation or the list of invitees so that nobody go deny saying they don't invite me. Yes. I be don't state them before himself they can't state them. But I think say waiting for do differently. Next time, let them make an open invitation, especially to people that we all know who safe. Whether a political analyst, whether a social commentator, whether an activist, whether go able to ask critical questions, let them create the platform. But this is welcoming for interface with the citizens, create the platform for get first-hand information. I mean, you self go assess your ministers if they work or they know they work. This is welcoming.
Thank you very much, Minkailu. We are now.
Can I get last word to the people that you serve? Thank you very much. With people there, and I know say always the end I talk to Nakakatim. Please allow me. This country now, APC, SLPP, MBC, what don't we say? The country for going forward. The next election at 2028. Well, I agree with this. What I said, don't talk and I have. Let we all concentrate now on what we do for let government and the country go before. Development, your personal development and the national development. Let we work together. Marinu, now you can say go here. I'm for Fungakapa at the election at the Ampung. Tabenu Kamapa and Temambik Moscow.
Why you always choose them?
Because that is what I can talk directly to the people.
What about the other one they will not understand?
I don't talk to them in Creole. But there are people, young people from them we don't understand Creole. Now that they talk to and I want them to understand. Right. So Marino, Nathalie, Afmami, try come both no tough camp. Not tough mommy
many thanks, Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan, the presidential spokesman. Every with we at the studio this morning, we can talk about waiting being come out from President Bio in town hall meeting yesterday, where it be all for the first time after Salon people and gain the mandate for do a second term in the office. Again, report card yesterday, and also we get the APC, the All People's Congress, one of the main opposition party. Then self can talk about things they wouldn't disagree with. We get for do with the town hall. Now Liberty Online Television, they give voice to everybody so that then self go bring out them views there. Many thanks to you, Minkailu Kroma, we join me at the program this morning, and also to all we watch. We been get 1.2K views. We mean say now 1,200 people and being watch the program, and on YouTube we get over 200 views. One for say many thanks. So now continue for watch Liberty Online Television, the only digital platform where they bring on a credible voices we get for do national development and other things them. Mina Khadija Bangwa, they say have a blessed day.
All right, and Mabel Kabade say continue for watch Liberty Online Television. Until we meet again, get a good day.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.
Orange.